Hi, Paula here with My Whimsical Little World, and today we are going to be coloring our Sherlock Gnomes image, and he is just super cute. Very simple little image, so that I left it very simple. That way you could play around with creases, folds, whatever you wanted to, or even add your own pattern and design. And that is what I'm going to show you today, is how to create the plaid on Sherlock Gnomes little jacket, and also the drop shadow as well. So what you're going to need, and I always work with a piece of paper underneath here, just so it absorbs and takes the marker. And I'm going to zoom in, so bear with me here. Oops, zoom in. You got to see a little bit of my mess here. Here's a little guy all cut up, so you're going to need to have him, and with no border, okay, because he's going to be our mask. And here's what I wanted to show you, what when I was playing around with the different, I even used the white gel, and then I used the multi-liner, and in the end I just really wanted it to be nice and subtle. Okay, so it's totally up to you what you like. And you just play with it. Play. It's just paper. That's what everybody keeps saying. It's just paper. It's not just paper. Alright, let's get ready here. So make sure I'm in frame here. And I'm probably going to speed this up. And yeah, I think I'm going to speed it up. That way we focus on the plaid. Just going to blend this area out just a little bit more. And as you can see, I'm trying to also create a little bit of a texture as well. So I'm not even really flicking. I'm doing just stuff like this, just to create some texture. Alright, so now that we have that done, and I keep saying the word so, and I always say I'm going to stop saying so. We're going to move on to the fun part. And it's easy, and it's scary at first. But all you have to do is just try it, because it's elementary. No, it's not. It's not elementary. Alright, so you want to make sure that your brushes or your pencil crayons are not too rounded. So I'm just doing extending my hands here, because I'm grabbing my pencil sharpener and making sure that I don't want because if your pencil crayons are really rounded, then you're gonna get like these fat lines, really thick ones, and I don't really want thick lines, because it's not that big of an image, and the space or the area that we're working in is not that large. So, oops. Alright. Don't want any on the gnome there. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, stop saying so. I'm going to have like a quarter jar. Every time I say so, put a quarter in there. Okay, so, what you're going to do is, I almost said it, I didn't. What you're going to do is you're going to follow the flow of like the jacket here. You don't want to go a straight line because then you're going to lose the shape. There's going to be no shape. And what you want to do is you want to give it the roundness because he's a chunky little fella, you know, so you want to give him some roundness. So our lines are not going to be so straight, and it's totally up to you if you want to go like big fat chunky widths or narrow. Totally up to you. And I'm just gonna, and that's why I say make sure that you do all of your Copic coloring first, because once we start laying down the Prismacolors or pencil crayons or any other medium other than the multi-liner, of course, then you are done. You can't use your Copics unless you want to waste that nib. And as you can see, I hope you can see that I'm doing it dark, that way it'll show up. It's really up to you. And I'm going to show you in just 1 second here. There you can see that my lines are not straight, they're just curved. And I will do the very same here, and on the overlap of the jacket it has a little bit of a curve there. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to follow that curve. Flip it around like this, and now we're going to work in this direction. So again, we're going to follow the roundness to get the roundness. So my curve is going to be like that, not like that. Okay, you want it curved, not straight, but not like an extreme curve either. I will show you. So okay, so that was our green right there. He's already looking like Sherlock Holmes. Oops. And then I'm going to use, what the heck is this? Salmon pink. That's what it is, salmon pink. Okay, that gold is so shiny, I can't see it. And I'm just going to go, and my pencil crayon's a little bit busted. That's the only thing I don't like about the Prismacolor pencil crayons is they're very sensitive. So I'm just going to go beside, I'm following the green line. That's all I'm doing. Same width. I'm just being really gentle because my tip is just ready to fall off. I don't know. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is yellow, and the yellow is not really going to show up. It's kind of going to show up. So I'm just going to add it anyways, because there you can see a little bit of like a shadow almost. So this one's going to go right beside the, what was it, the salmon pink there. And when you're doing the plaid, you know, you really do need to pay attention to how much shadowing or shading you do on your image, because as you're laying down these buttery pencil crayons, it's going to take away from that the coloring that you did with the Copic. So you really need to exaggerate the contrast between the highlight and the shadows, just for it to look like it's popping out too, to not make them so flat. Now the next one, because I contemplated whether or not I wanted to use a Copic multi-liner, and I was using the 0.03 one, so it's like super thin. I did attempt to use it and I didn't like it. I wish I had, and I actually put in an order for a sepia one. And you know what? I think I have one somewhere. But for now, I'm going to use my, what is this? Sienna Brown. So I'm going to use Sienna Browns, and trust me, I tried several different browns, and this is the one that made me happy. So I'm going to put the brown beside on the other side. Okay, I'm going to put it on the other side of the green. So there you have it. There is our little guy, little Sherlock Gnomes wearing the plaid. What you're going to do is you're going to need a little guy that's already cut out, remember, and no border, so you want to cut him as close as possible to the edge as you can. And then you're just going to play around with where you want his shadow to be. And I'm going to say I want a shadow right there. So, and then of course you select your markers if you're going to use the C's, or you're going to use the cools, or you're going to use the warms. And I'm going to do, I'm going to use the T's, T0 and T2. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, I am. Okay, I really like that one. And I'm just going to line it up there. And you can put the shadow wherever you want, really. Play around with it. Have fun. So I'm going to put the shadow right about there. Make it pop out. Now what you're going to do is you are going to just go around the mask, and you are going to outline just around with your marker. Very gently. You don't want to make any like harsh marks or anything like that. If it's feathered and soft and fluffy, that's good. You'd want your shadows to match, right? So if the shadows on him are harsh, then it's a bright sun. Lots of light hitting on him. My guy's fluffy. Okay. So there you can, I hope you can see. I didn't do any, it wasn't precise because I don't want it to be precise. So it's just little lines, jagged lines here and there. And don't throw that away because you might need it again. So this is my TO, and I'm just going to go around, and I'm going to fast forward this because it's going to take a bit. So all I'm going to be doing is going around coloring, and I want to create just a little bit of texture just to give it some more interest. So I'm just going to be coloring just scribbles here and there and create like fluff, right? I'm not doing, it's up to you. You can go just right through it. It's totally up to you. This is how I choose to do it. And I gotta stay within the lines, which is quite the challenge because it's nighttime and all these lights. I way to be old. Okay. And I'll get back here. Alright, I'm looking at my shadow right now and I'm thinking that it's too light, so I'm going to come in with T2, and I'm just going to do the inside here like of my digi stamp, just on the edges, and then I'm going to smooth it out. perfect. So that's awesome. I love how that shadow looks. And now I'm going to finish up the rest of my little guy. So I'm going to put it in fast forward. I hope you liked the tutorial, and join me next time when I add a city or something else to him. So I will see you next time, and thank you for joining me at My Whimsical Little World. And hope you have fun coloring my new digi stamp, Sherlock Gnomes.